Hey guys, it's Amanda with My Life, My Way. It is Saturday. I'm a little bit late uploading. Should have been a little closer to 4, but I was on the phone with a really good friend of mine who's kind of going through some rough times right now, so I didn't want to hang up. But yeah, I'm just hiding out in my basement again. When I updated you guys last week, I was hanging out in my gazebo, and it was like 30 degrees outside. Today is the first day. It has not been so hot all week. I've literally just been hiding out in this basement I'm sitting in right now. We do not have air conditioning in this house. So even with like only opening up my windows during the nighttime and leaving them closed and shuttered during the day, it was still 30 degrees in my house. And I think I worked it out into Fahrenheit for those of you guys that are in the United States and follow me. And it's like 86 degrees or something inside of my home. And it was so hot out. It was hotter outside. I managed to keep some of the heat out. We went into a bit of like a water warning because of so many people using water to like keep their kids cool and run the pools, which is 100% fair. So I didn't use any water on the grass this week, just watered just my flowers and the dog. He's got a little like kiddie pool outside. And I sprayed it down a little bit to kind of keep some of the heat off of him. And that's just priorities. That's where our water went to. So my grass is looking a little crispy. Which is really sad. It was so nice and so luscious only a week ago. It's going to take a couple of days with the rain, which we're supposed to get. We sort of got a thunderstorm yesterday. We had these big warnings and blah, blah, blah. They had like tornado warnings down south of me by about 3 hours worth of a drive. A girlfriend of mine I went out for lunch with today lives about an hour south of me. They got pounded with rain yesterday. We had the windstorms come in. You saw the clouds come in. I got a really rockin' photo of that. I'll put it up on my Instagram if you want to see it. My Instagram handle's in the description below. And so it came in and it looked really cool. It started to get windy. I had all the windows open. It was starting to cool my house off. Whoo! It didn't even rain enough to wet my deck all the way. It literally spit at us a little bit and then left. And I don't know what happened. Just so sad. So whatever. But at least it's a little bit cooler. I drove out to a town about an hour south of me, which is where my girlfriend lives. Her son is having his birthday. He's super cute. She's got 3 kids altogether, but that's her only son. And her kids love me and I love her kids back. And she put up a thing. She's having some health issues right now. She usually makes her own kids birthday cakes every year for their birthday. And this year she's just not doing well enough to really commit to that. So she threw out a Facebook thing saying, hey, can anybody make me a cake? And I threw her a message and I was like, we're supposed to go for lunch anyways, so I can bring them down with me. Are you okay with cupcakes and not cake? Because I don't really do cake, but I can make cupcakes. I'm sure I could probably equate that back to making a cake, but I wasn't about in 30-degree heat to try that a couple of times to get that right. So cupcakes was easy enough. And apparently he wanted Avengers theme. He was all about the blue and the Avengers. So if you saw the picture of like the thumbnail or whatever it is for this video, it's a picture of the cupcakes I made. So they're blue inside and on the icing and then little red sprinkles. And then I found at Party City these like cupcake holders that had Avengers on them and the little like sticks that went in. I found those. And I got them some little like plates and stuff to eat it with and some other stuff just for like an outdoor birthday party kind of backyard things you're going to need, like plastic cups and cutlery and all that kind of stuff in a garbage bag to throw it all into. And I found there was a little like in the little Avengers section they had little tattoos, just the little temporary ones. Remember, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember these when we were kids. Be like, put a little water on it and then just leave it there. I found a little 8-pack of those, so I bought 2 of them, and I might have gotten a little overzealous. She only needed cupcakes, and she said maybe some like plates and some napkins was her only request. And I got a little overzealous. And I had the best time doing it. It's the first time I've taken a break, really. Other than to like spend a little bit of time with my husband since I started school 2 months ago. So it was really nice, kind of mental health break. which was awesome. I got to make cupcakes, which was great. I waited till about 9 o'clock because I waited till that storm started to roll through and my house cooled down enough I could turn on the oven without thinking I was going to die in this house. And the sad fact is I was more worried about my dog overheating than myself overheating. That's fine. I can cool myself off. I feel bad for the dog. So, but it was good. It was a lot of fun. I went out there today. I dropped them off and we had lunch together. And you ever just sort of like come back from having like a coffee or a lunch or whatever with a friend of yours and you just feel better about everything? Like, she's so optimistic. She's thinking about going to nursing school with me. So I'm super stoked that I'm going to have a friend to kind of go through all of this mess with. We're going to end up in 2 different schools just because she's going to go to one like closer to her, but most of the same classes will be there. Lots of the same knowledge will be there. So I have like a friend that might, you know, do some classes that I haven't taken yet or vice versa. We might be able to help each other out, which is super exciting. And so yeah, so that's kind of nice. Other than that, I'm just kind of hiding out some. I have to do a book report today because I feel like I'm 12 years old, and that's just how I spend my spare time these days. There's 4 books on the syllabus for grade 12s for the province that I live in, and this is the book I picked out. Boop. It is called Night. It's actually about a survivor from the Holocaust. So this is his first person account. It's actually a Nobel Prize winner, which is kind of cool. And I picked it because we've actually been there, which was really neat, and definitely a little different to read through now that I've seen Auschwitz and I've been to a concentration camp than it would have been any other way, because I'm from Canada, and that's going to visit places like that is not part of our school curriculum. There's no way to get there. A lot of the world history we sort of miss out on because there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to see stuff. You can't experience it in person. You know, like you can we have dinosaur museums and stuff here. Like, you can go see that. That's awesome. But it's not the same sort of world history that you get in some places in Europe that they can kind of get to. But it was a really good book, actually. I read it in about a day. It's only 120 pages, so it's not like a huge book. It's very thin. But it was a really good book. And really heartbreaking, which is, I mean, it's Auschwitz. It's not going to be a great story about your awesome experience there. It's not how it goes. So I have to do a bit of a report about it. We have to pull out like similes and other literary devices he was using. And then, yeah, I think that's my whole thing for today. Hide in the basement, do some English homework. It's not super wild and exciting, but what are you going to do? I have to have a 95% average throughout my 4 courses in order to get into university in the class that I want to be in, which is awful. I have it, but my brain is melting, and this week of super high heat did not help with the puddle that is the brain that sits on the floor beside my feet now. But yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. If you watch this, make sure you leave a comment down below on where you're from and how you've been holding out. If you guys been getting the heat wave we got, I heard Florida got some rain. It's actually been kind of cooler down there. I heard Texas is doing a little cooler, but a ton of flooding. So let me know where you are and how everything's been going where you are and how you're enjoying your summer or your winter. If you live in Australia. Still a weird thing to think about. Especially because their cool is still my version of really nice, so it's very bizarre. But it's all acclimatization, right? So, but let me know where you are. Let me know how you're doing. And, yeah, we will see you guys next week. Okay, bye.